What is up, friends, family, and assorted gamers? It is Stu Magoo here, coming at you with a little bit of an experiment that I'm running. So as I've been getting older, I've hit 30 finally, which is a weird experience, but I've been looking back at my history with games, and today what I've decided is to start playing games that I originally hate, or games that I've found popular to hate on. And these are games that honestly I've never actually played, but because it was culturally popular for people like me to hate it, then all I did was rag on it and never actually gave it a chance. So I'm gonna probably not do this super frequently because I don't think there's all that many games that I love to hate on. But the goal is to give an overview about my history with the game, why I don't like it, and then actually play it to see if I actually don't like the game or if I'm just allowing other people to dictate my feelings and what's acceptable for me to like versus not like. So today we are actually going to go through Five Nights at Freddy's. So to start with the background of my first exposure to Five Nights at Freddy's is it was actually a positive experience. So I was listening to Rooster Teeth podcast. I wasn't sure if they were still going by Drunk Tank at the time, but at the very least, it was the Rooster Teeth podcast, and I believe it was Gus Sorolla on that was talking about this really cool little mobile game that he found that was like a Chuck E. Cheese kind of horror setting. So it's in a place where I don't know if anyone else is old enough to remember this, but Chuck E. Cheese, before they just had the mascot running around shaking hands, their original bit was one of those pizza joints that had a band. And there were like several of these, Country Bears in Disney. You had, Chuck E. Cheese was one. And then there was one in Tempe. I can't remember the name. I'm going to find out in editing. But, you just have these various animatronic bands that would play at these pizza restaurants. And so Five Nights at Freddy's was kind of riffing on that from like a horror setting of like, oh, well, here's a game where you're playing a night security guard at a pizza restaurant. And that was really, really intriguing to me. I really wanted to play it. Well, by the time that I got around to playing it, it had been kind of hijacked. So it got really randomly popular with little kids. And so at that time, my, my younger siblings, my people that I knew through my theater group. So in theater group, a lot of the little kids that were playing the little kid roles in theater were always coming up about Five Nights at Freddy's, talking about, Freddy and Foxy and whatever characters were on that. And I was like really taken aback, like why are these kids playing this horror game? And I was really just turned off by the whole thing. And then I eventually heard it from enough kids that where I'm like, oh, well, this has to be stupid. That has to be wrong. Everyone was hating on it, and the kids were getting way too into it. Next thing you know, there are toys, like the merchandising, which I don't blame the developer or the publisher. Like, heck, if I had a large child following at my game, yeah, I'm going to sell toys. But, the toys come out, you had the sequels, and these kids are asking for, like, specific variations of the characters based on those sequels. And the whole thing left a sour taste in my mouth. So what I want to actually do, though, is try the actual game, play some Five Nights at Freddy's, give my live impressions on what I feel like for Five Nights at Freddy's. Probably do like highlights of the gameplay. I'm not going to make you sit there and watch me play through as far as I'm going to go. But at the very least, I'll give my impressions on it. See if I actually hate the game or if I was just, again, letting the culture tell me what I should and should not like. So without further ado, here is some Five Nights at Freddy's. Alright, right off the bat with the static. Alright, so we'll do a new game. Help wanted. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, Family Pizzeria, looking for security guard, work the night shift, monitor security cameras. Alright, first night. Power left 99. Oh, okay. Escape exits the game. Good to know. Ah, that's static right off the bat. Alright. Try that again. There's a phone ringing. I was trying to figure out how to answer it. Okay, I think I'm starting to get the hang of this. You just can't hit escape because escape will just literally close your game.
Hello? Hello? I wanted to record a message for you to help you get settled in on your first night. I actually worked in that office before you. I'm finishing up my last week now, as a matter of fact, so I know it can be a bit overwhelming, but I'm here to tell you there's nothing to worry about. You'll do fine. So let's just focus on getting you through your first week, okay? Let's see. First, there's an introductory greeting from the company that I'm supposed to read. It's kind of a legal thing, you know. Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, a magical place for kids and grown-ups alike, where fantasy and fun come to life. Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for damage to property or person. Upon discovering that damage or death has occurred, a missing person report will be filed within 90 days or as soon as property and premises have been thoroughly cleaned and bleached and the carpets have been replaced. Blah, blah, blah. Now, that might sound bad, I know, but there's really nothing to worry about. The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night, but do I blame them? No. If I were forced to sing those same stupid songs for 20 years and I never got a bath, I'd probably be a bit irritable at night too. So remember, these characters hold a special place in the hearts of children and we need to show them a little respect, right? Okay. So just be aware, the characters do tend to wander a bit. They're left in some kind of free roaming mode at night. Something about their servos locking up if they get turned off for too long. They used to be allowed to walk around during the day too, but then there was the bite of 87. Yeah. It's amazing that the human body can live without the frontal lobe, you know? Now concerning your safety, the only real risk to you as a night watchman here, if any, is the fact that these characters, if they happen to see you after hours, probably won't recognize you as a person. They'll most likely see you as a metal endoskeleton without its costume on. Now, since that's against the rules here at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, they'll probably try to forcefully stuff you inside a Freddy Fazbear suit. Now, that wouldn't be so bad if the suits themselves weren't filled with cross beams, wires, and animatronic devices, especially around the facial area. So you can imagine how having your head forcibly pressed inside one of those could cause a bit of discomfort and death. The only parts of you that would likely see the light of day again would be your eyeballs and teeth that pop out the front of the mask. Yeah, they don't tell you these things when you sign up. But hey, first station of the breeze. I'll chat with you tomorrow. Check those cameras and remember to close the doors only if absolutely necessary. Gotta conserve power. Alright, good night.
Alright, so I think I'm starting to get the gist of the game. So basically, the power goes down regardless. Checking the cameras uses power. Checking the lights uses power. So what I was told... Alright, so... I don't have anyone. No one is here. Alright, and that's me. I can turn that off, but you see, the more I use the camera, or the more I use the lights or the doors, it burns more power. And your goal is not to burn any power. That's what I've gotten after playing this entirely too long. Oh, that usually means someone's walking. Who? Someone's walking around. Alright. Or Freddy's just making noise. Gotcha. We only have to survive. Okay. We only have to survive until 5 a.m. I want to say, or 6 a.m. So we basically just have to see regularly if anyone's moving. And it's a very audio cue based game. Alright. So yeah, one of them is on the move, and as long as they're not directly next to us. Alright, I don't know where it is. Yeah, so Chica is over there now. I think we're almost to 4 a.m. Yeah, so I think I can do it. I just have to not touch the escape keys. And I know I'm being a little bit liberal with my use of the cameras and stuff, but it is. Alright, we check Foxy. Alright. No one's here, no one's here, no one's here. Oh, Freddy's right there. So now we have to keep buzzing every once in a while. We'll see. We have 56% power left. I'm probably being a little too liberal on the power. Alright, I don't see anyone there. I'm being a little bit aggressive. Oh my gosh, is that light not turning off? No, I don't want to turn the cameras on. Alright, that's okay. Why is that staying on? Turn off. Can I turn it off? Okay. Alright, no one's here so far. I don't know if it's 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. We're doing pretty good on power, though. Stop. 5 a.m.? Alright, we just keep waiting. I think it's 5 a.m. we're supposed to make it. Maybe it's 6. I could be wrong. We still have a good amount of power, though. Stop. 5 a.m.? I don't see anyone here yet. We have to make it one more hour. Alright, then we turn that light. Anyone over here? No, okay. Alright, we're good. I think we're gonna survive our first night pretty incident free. We're doing pretty okay. There is kind of a scary element when you see them in the doorway, but nothing too crazy. Alright, come on. I don't think I have any last minute guess. I think we're gonna make it to 6. I don't see anyone here. Hey, 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. We made it. We've survived our first night. All right, we've survived our first night at Freddy's. All right, night 2.
Hello? Hello? Well, if you're hearing this and you made it to day 2, congrats. I won't talk quite as long this time since Freddy and his friends tend to become more active as the week progresses.
Oh.
It might be a good idea to peek at those cameras while I talk, just to make sure everyone's in their proper place, you know. Interestingly enough, Freddy himself doesn't come off stage very often.
Alright.
I've heard he becomes a lot more active in the dark, though, so hey, I guess that's one more reason not to run out of power, right? I also want to emphasize the importance of using your door lights. There are blind spots in your camera views, and those blind spots happen to be right outside your doors. So if you can't find something or someone on your cameras, be sure to check the door light. You might only have a few seconds to react. Not that you'd be in any danger, of course. I'm not implying that. Also, check on the curtain in Pirate Cove. The character in there seems unique in that he becomes more active if the cameras remain off for long periods of time. I guess he doesn't like being watched.
That was rough.
Anyway, I'm sure you have everything under control. Talk to you soon.
That one was rough, I will say. The jump scare did get me a little bit, so I will say the game is executing on its, it's executing on its fear factor for sure. So I'm a little bit spooked. I think... someone's moving. The bots are a lot more active right now. Oh, cool. Foxy's out. Great. So I just have to keep listening to the noise. Because I don't know where I'm about to get effed from. Oh, this is fun. Seems to be a bit of a musical cue when someone's right at the door. Trying not to burn through so much power, but I think the general rule of thumb is if you've made it to 3 a.m. and you got 50% of your power left, then you're good. I'm not even really checking the cameras that much. I'm literally just buzzing lights. This could be a wrong strategy, though. What do you mean it's time? Oh, sorry. Swearing. What does that mean? Oh, cool. Yeah, I think I can get away with opening that. Nope. Oh, did I just screw up? Yep, I screwed up. Alright. Okay, so at least like when you continue at night too. But I really do feel like I actually kind of got the gist of this game. I don't know if I necessarily need to beat all 5 nights. So I guess we'll move on to final impressions. So as far as... I'll go ahead and hit escape, because that insta-closes the game. Okay. So, final impressions on Five Nights at Freddy's. Honestly, not a bad horror game. Like, I honestly thought I would not be scared at all. But with my headset on, sitting in a dark garage playing this, when you do get got by the creatures, you get got. I recognize I made a mistake in that second night. I shouldn't have opened the door. I should have looked at the cameras and then opened the door. I was not in danger of running out of power, but I was not focused as I should be. So I completely accept my role in that. Honestly, this is a game that I don't hate as much as I thought. I still am not a big fan of the fandom around it. You know, I'm not really big on all the merchandise. I'm not going to obsess over all the permutations of the characters. But I am actually just going to go ahead and say I had fun. And honestly, I want to return and beat the other nights. So that's my take on this. I will give it a big thumbs up. So in the meantime, this is Stu Magoo. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you letting me go through this and discover my feelings. So I hope you have a better and safe rest of your day. Thank you so much again for watching, and maybe I'll do this again sometime. I could definitely see doing this again very soon. No joke, one of the books in my garage just went off. It's still going off. What the heck? All right, that's just freaking me out. All right, it's probably not picking up on the microphone, but there's a children's Star Wars book with the little push buttons that make noise, and literally it's just saying, "You did it, R2," over and over again. So that just increases the horror factor. Oh my goodness. All right, guys. Well, Stu Magoo checking out. You guys have a better and safe rest of your day. I'll probably try more games that I like to hate. All right. Bye.